The Ravens of Chicago taking on the Bengals of Columbus.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He can't get him down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 30 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Stern. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Bengals had a woeful 2-9 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
3rd and 3.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, Trey, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
And he'll work down inside the 45. 2nd down and 8. Another run for Gibbs here.
And some room to work. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Pierce going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. play fake. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Stern. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stern. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Back to throw again. Incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
so this is something we didn't see at all from this offense. Last week, that's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
3.5 to go, first quarter. After the interception, here's Jackson going up top. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
That is caught.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. throwing on first down. Stern. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Not the first down play they wanted by any stretch of the imagination. An absolutely huge loss on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot too short. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Bengals will take over here at their own.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stern. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. There he goes left side. He may go. Michael Gallup. And touchdown. Michael Gallup, 70 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much.
Well, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had two nice interceptions a week ago. Now two here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Stern. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Play action. It's Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
To throw on 2nd down. Stern. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stern. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The slot man in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there, that means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And Jackson throwing once more.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And he's got this down to the 35. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Jackson now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. To throw is Jackson. Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it.
And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 45. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Stern.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to air one out. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Play there for Chicago. 52 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
This out quickly to Williams.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Okay, ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stern. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, Stern. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Stern. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears
that he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get them?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck. Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Steps away. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let it.
And now here is another interception. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower.
Hard running at the 15.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. So nothing doing there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bengals 45-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Hands it off out of the gun. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on 2nd down. Stern flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Brought down at the 20. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
Back to throw. Stern.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Hassan Reddick.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now here is another interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the 4th quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
This is caught by Williams. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, middle. 180.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran